pump it up. Shit don't make no sense at all. Make them niggas pun it when they get the ball. I just spend 100, I don't miss it all. I keep this shit 100, don't know what you want. Y'all niggas strapped for nothing, we ain't hunting y'all. She can't get BBL, got no stomach. Band's my day one, ain't no day two. I just hit your babe, yeah I'm Beirut. I been leaning syrup, yeah it's made boo. That bitch all kizzy, I play games too. Make it make sense, I might pay you. Make it make sense, I might pay you.
Make it make sense, come on, make it, baby. Make it make sense, come on, make it, make it, make it, make it make sense, come on, make it,
make it.
Make it make sense,
Come on, make it. Yes, we are back. New place, same faces, making sense of all of the bullshit, all of the drama, all of the problems. Before I even start the show, I'm gonna start off with a quote to get everything right. Quote says, "Take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step." And with that, I'd like to formally welcome y'all to the Let's Make Sense of It podcast. Yes, if you don't know, if you've been under a rock, or you've been wondering where we've been at, and all that good stuff. Hello.
Okay.
I go by the name of the boy Vance.
And I am Ash.
We back, Ash. What's up?
Period.
You know what I'm saying? It's new. It's different.
Most definitely.
It's different. You know, same different place, but you know, same bullshit.
Always.
Same bullshit.
What you mean?
But first of all, I want to thank all the supporters, you know, that's been with us from, you know, day one, giving words of encouragement, all of that good stuff, you know. Definitely got to do that. I put that out there in the beginning because, you know, we about to get into the shit. and you know, we always got a crazy saying, but the motto of this show is, you know, the truth you don't want to hear, but it's the truth that you need to hear.
Period.
And all that good stuff. So
I came up with that, you guys.
now here we go. Already with the bullshit. Starting off already with the bullshit.
I came up with that.
But before we start, first make sure y'all go follow us. Let's Make Sense of It _ at Let's Make Sense of It _ Make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube page. You know, Let's Make Sense of It podcast and all that good stuff. So now that we got all the pleasantries out the way, you know what I'm saying? All the bullshit.
All the introductions.
All the introductions.
That's what it is.
Let's start it out this way. Okay. So I'm starting right from the beginning with the bullshit. Why is the relationship only at risk when the woman is unhappy?
I mean, you want to be polite?
No, I don't. Keep it raw, keep it real. We ain't being polite no more. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we've been being polite too long. Sometimes you got to tell it the real truth, because guys will be unhappy longer and still be thugging it out.
I mean, because a guy doesn't articulate his feelings. I mean, it's always so many times I'm going to ask you, like, are you okay? Do you want to talk about it? Is something bothering you? And if you keep brushing it off and say, no, I'm fine, like, I don't want to talk about it, and you keep walking around like the iron fucking giant, what the fuck you want me to do? So when I'm unhappy, you're going to fucking know it, because either I'm going to tell you about it or I'm going to make it known, and I'm going to make you really uncomfortable to know that I'm unhappy. So if you figure out that I'm unhappy and you have the conversation and we go from there, then that's one thing. But if you see that I'm unhappy and you just take it as me being mad or me just stereotypically being a woman, then the relationship is over. So if men want the relationship to last even when they're upset, then they need to learn how to speak and conversate and communicate.
I agree with that. Do you think sometimes that, like you said, men don't really know how to express their feelings? So do you think it's how do you make it more comfortable for men to express their feelings? Because if with that question, some people say, why do guys stay longer? They'll say, well, the guy will just go cheat. That'll be a female's first step.
But you ever hear the thing, like, when girls will be like, well, you hang out with your friends more than you hang out with me, and they be like, well, you know, that's my brothers and they my niggas, and it's just like you probably not really talking to them about all your problems, but that's like a safe space for you. So if this isn't a safe space for you, you need to communicate why it's not a safe space for you. Like, what am I doing wrong? Right. And if she's the type of female that's gonna have that conversation with you and bury, you know, whatever pride that she has and know that she has a problem that she needs to fix, then y'all had a conversation. But if she's the type of female to be like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. What are you talking about? Like, then
say fuck it.
Yeah, she don't want that conversation, then it's just like, well, that's the end of that. So now he's never gonna say why it's not a safe space, or is she constantly nitpicking with him, or bothering him, or picking arguments, or really liking that toxic, mad, weird shit because the makeup is better than the actual steady, natural relationship? Then that's a problem.
Right. That's
So-
a super toxic, by the way.
Yes, this very toxic. But I mean, there are females that like it, and there are males that like it. But you can't always have that toxic behavior in a relationship and then try to go to a new relationship and carry it that way. And the female or the male that you're messing with is just like, we communicate over here. Like, we're adults. We talk about it.
Right.
So, yeah.
And off of that, it was a quote off of that question. It said, comfort a man or confront a man about what he did wrong and watch him make it about you. Now, it's a bunch of ways that we could take that quote, because sometimes a female, they'll come to a man about something, and the man might get on the defensive, but it also might be some truth behind what the man is saying, and I don't think some females can handle that.
I mean, that's very true. I mean, everybody can say, like, tell me the truth, I can handle it. I get
Yeah, not
you really can't handle it. You're lying. You're lying because you just don't want to be lied to, and that's understandable. But don't set yourself up for some shit. You just don't write a check that your ass can't cash.
right.
So if you honestly feel like him telling you the truth is gonna crush you, just say, like, I would rather you tell me the truth, but I already know how I'm gonna take it if it's something that's hurtful or if it's something that's gonna make me mad. But I would rather you tell me the truth than sit here and lie to my face.
Right. But why do females sometimes want to always spin it on a guy? Like, females do a lot of shit too. So when a guy comes to you about some shit, females get on the defensive too. Like, they'll always try to spin this on the guys. Oh, the guy, he'll get this way, he'll act this way. But no, sometimes, like, if a nigga told the truth to a chick, like how they really was feeling all the time, like all the time, like, it wouldn't be that many relationships out here. Because sometimes guys got to keep shit in just to keep peace at home.
I mean, that's everybody. You don't have to tell. Everybody doesn't need to know everything. Your significant other doesn't need to know. This is a disclaimer. Your significant other should know the shit that they should fucking know.
She ain't trying to get herself in trouble.
My significant other knows my shits. Fuck that. But what I'm saying is, it's certain things that you may want to keep to yourself. That's perfectly fine if you're not ready to talk about it yet. Nobody's saying that as soon as you have that feeling, you have to discuss it or you have to bring it up. But the simple fact is that both sides of that spectrum, a guy and a female, they both do the same thing. If you feel like you're being attacked, you're going to be defensive automatically. It depends on how somebody comes at you. So if your girlfriend is coming at you calmly and saying, like, I feel X, Y, and Z,
That could be dangerous.
it can be dangerous. But if she comes to you, this is the thing about it. You have to know that female.
Right. Yeah,
if
true.
she comes to you calmly and you know that she's a calm person and she communicates well, then you should take that as, okay, whatever she wants to know or how she's feeling, we can talk about. But if you know that she's a type that leaps at 3,000, then you might want to take that as she might hit me, just stay a couple feet back. That's fine.
Right.
Find your space where you might not get hit with anything or get hit by her or whatever, and then go from there. But you just gotta feel that situation.
Because some people can dish it out, but some people can't take it. Like, you'll see online, like, chicks they'll be the toughest motherfuckers in the world. Nigga can't do this. And then the nigga tell her exactly about herself, and she'll try to spin it completely on him. Nah, you on some nut shit, or you on just XYZ, like you said.
That's what somebody that don't know themselves.
That could be the case too.
If you don't know yourself, if you think that you have no flaws, I don't know.
It's a lot of people that think
Who
don't have
the
no
fuck
flaws.
told you that
I got a
you
topic
was
about that coming up
God?
later, but there's a lot of people
told you was God, but you're not, and you have no flaws. You were made to be perfect, and you don't do anything wrong.
Right.
There are people that are like that, and it's just when somebody shatters that glass ceiling for them, somebody shatters that fucking bubble that they're in, and think that they're just this almighty being.
Right.
They feel some type of way about it, because how the fuck is you gonna tell me that I'm not perfect? And I know I am, because other people have rolled that coattail and told them that they was fucking perfect. Like, no, that's not a thing.
Right.
You're not doing that. Like, girls that grow up to be spoiled fucking brats, and then they get a guy who's telling them, like, I'm not doing that. And
Right.
it's just like, what the fuck you mean you telling me no? I don't like that. So then now you got the female spectrum. It was like, I'm gonna go find a nigga that's gonna tell me yes.
Right.
The same way a nigga, if he's used to girls giving shit to him easily, He's gonna and the one that he think he's gonna get it easy from. She tell him, no, I'm not with that. He's gonna go find it from somebody
It's
else.
funny you say that. I might as well get to that. I might as well just because you brought that up. So I got a question. It says, are women letting men get away with things? Or let me I'm gonna ask you the question, but I'm gonna explain the question too. It says, are women letting men get away with things, or do men just want to have that type of behavior? That's why they jump women to women. Example, like say you dealing with a dude, he say some offhand shit like something crazy. Now, somewhere along the line, a chick let him get away with that. Mm-hmm. Now, is it more so him looking for that type of chick, or is more so that it was the females letting him get away with that, so he thinks it's acceptable behavior?
It's the females that's letting him get away with. Prime example is a guy when he's like, oh, that's my bitch.
Right.
Oh, that's my hoe. Like, and he talking about like his girlfriend. Who the fuck is? That's not my name.
Right.
Shit. Like, that's not me. But a female along the line, or a couple females, thought that shit was cute, thought that shit was sexy, that turned them on, that wet the panties, all types of shit.
Right.
Then you get to me, and I'm looking at you like, who the fuck are you talking to? That is not me. You will not address me like that. You won't put in a caption. You won't be talking to your friends about me like that. Like, no.
But some chicks are attracted to that shit.
That's very...
And like I said, that's part of the reason why it's a lot of men out here that think they can get away with that shit.
Sweetheart.
Not over here.
Do you, boo-boo? Do you? Whatever floats your boat, sweetheart. If you like him talking to you like that, that's perfectly fine. For you.
Right.
But let that nigga know that every female out there is not allowing it. And he can't go from Broad Street to Chestnut Street thinking he gonna get the same shit.
Right.
Because once you cross Broad Street,
you
getting a whole nother set of shit.
Right. And I think that sometimes that can affect the way a woman dates, because they'll constantly keep coming across these dudes that have been getting away with shit with all of these different females, letting them get away with that. So they come across a guy, he's cool in the beginning, and then he pulls some fly shit, and now it's like, yeah, like who let you get away with that in so many words. So now you like disgusted. So now that chick been dealing with so many of these dudes, now she started to question herself like, damn, well, do I come off that way? Like, is it something I'm doing that, make dudes want to look at me that way or something? Because you ever had a dude say some offhand shit to you, like when you was dating, and what was the crazy thing? What's the crazy thing a nigga said to you when he was dating you? Like just some crazy ass offhand shit.
I don't know. Usually it's just calling me out my name. I don't like that.
Like what you mean? Like what out you mean?
Bitch.
You had dudes that was dating you call you a bitch? Mm-hmm. And like how? Like what?
Like, I mean, I don't like what you mean how?
Like because how does that just come up? Like somebody, hey, what's up, bitch? Like what is that? Like this?
Like the way I say bitch is a noun.
Right.
Person, place, or thing, whatever.
They called you it as
it didn't hit me the right way, or whatever case it be. Like, I mean, I haven't come across too many guys that have said anything to me that's out of pocket or to make me go like,
yeah, like this.
I've heard stories about it.
Really?
I've been in situations where I heard a guy say it to somebody else.
Wow.
That say it to me is nothing that really registers and be like, no. Yeah. I just don't like bitch because I don't call. Like, I can't sit there in a nigga face and be like, I can't call him like a nothing ass nigga or pussy ass nigga. Even if I'm arguing with you, like I can be like, you get the fuck on my nerves. I can be like, your black ass or some shit like that. But like,
you pussy,
really, like really pinpointing some shit I know it's gonna make you mad. It's just I don't really need to say that because I'm not argumentative. So it's just like, nigga, I'll just kill you with silence and go to bed. And
that's a different type of.
Now you arguing with yourself.
Niggas get mad at that silent treatment. That'll drive a nigga crazy. Like, dang, so you're not just gonna say nothing. Like you ain't gonna I brought this food. You ain't gonna say shit, huh? You just gonna gonna sit here and eat it.
I'm gonna eat it and be happy. Thank you.
Damn, it's crazy. Off of that question, some dudes get away with that because dudes gotta start holding chicks to. Dudes gotta start having standards too, because I feel like it's levels to these different types of chicks, and some dudes are just putting every chick on the same level. Like some chicks think they the full package. They this, they that. Mm-hmm. Everybody ain't Amazon Prime. Some of these chicks is fucking standard delivery. We gotta start. We gotta start. Listen. Everybody think they the Amazon Prime package but no, they really standard delivery. Like you gotta start categorizing these chicks. The problem is, chicks always say niggas will hit anything. Niggas is porch pirates. You know what a porch pirate is?
Nope.
A porch pirate is like if you see an Amazon truck, they drop off a package and a car come behind it and steal the package off the porch. They don't know what the fuck is in the package, but they see it's a package and they just want to get to the package. That's a porch pirate. That's how niggas are. Niggas don't even know. They see the package of the chick like, oh, this chick, she got a nice body, yada yada yada. The whole time, like her face beat, like her fucking, she ain't got no morals, no nothing. So they treating these chicks with no morals at a high standard. Some chicks think they a fucking prime package and they not. Like some chicks need to take it down a level. They'll say niggas hit anything. Yeah, that's probably true, and that's part of the problem too. Because niggas don't know how to decipher. You treating a chick that get breakfast, that think brunch from the Poppy store is brunch and not breakfast. It's the same as you cheating a chick that goes to like a Green Eggs or one of those cafes or something. Like they getting the same level of respect, and that's the problem. You can't keep. And then those chicks that aren't on that level, they start to think they're on that level. Right. And now they're making it harder for the chicks that are actually on that level. And now the whole it's too much shit in the soup right there.
I mean, yeah, you just can't treat everybody the same because of one experience or because of a couple of experiences either. Like it was a video Kevin Samuels put up. Mm-hmm. He was talking about guys taking girls on dates, but thinking that every girl is the same when they taking them on dates. So you treating every girl at the same level. So or you don't want to take the girl out because you think that she's gonna scam you for a dinner.
Right.
You know, and if you got that idea in your head, you want to take her. He was like, you want to take her to Starbucks because you don't want to be cheated out of $30 or $40 or $100 bill or whatever case may be. Then that shit fucking well. Keep your broke ass at home. That's literally what he said. And I mean, I believe that because it's just like if you think that she gonna scam you because you taking her out, why did you ask her out in the first place? So if you gotta think that means that you know somewhere down the line when you was DMing this girl, setting this up, when you was going through her pictures, you was looking at her stories, seeing how she lives, seeing how she moves, sort of, kinda, or whatever case may be, something in you was an inkling like, this bitch probably a scammer. Right. She look like she always be like out doing this type of shit, or she always with a different nigga, or talking about niggas constantly, or bashing niggas, and you still asked her out, but now you want to act iffy about the date, so you take her somewhere simple because you think that she gonna scam you. Yeah. Like, who the fuck is thinking? Like, what in your right mind is making you think that when you texting somebody planning a date and then you like, I don't want to take this bitch out. She gonna scam me. It's
levels of dating. I was about to say, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's levels of dating, but I can't articulate what the fuck was like.
So, yeah, you getting the 2 for $20.
like, listen, if you like, I'm not saying you gotta take her to, the Paul's Steakhouse. I'm not telling you gotta take her. The Paul's is good as shit.
You're not meeting Paul.
They Brussels sprouts is amazing. If you never been there, be there.
You're not meeting Chris. You're not meeting none of them.
I'm just saying, like whatever you want. Like, my whole thing with dating is, like, if you ask me on a date, I want you to plan that date. Like, or ask me things that I like to do and then go from there.
No, stop right there. So you said you want to do the plan a date. So if the dude plans a date and you don't like what he planned, is he like, whose fault is that?
But this is what I'm saying though. If he plans a date, like, say if he be like, oh, can I take you out? Okay. Like, yeah, when you want to go out? Oh, can we go out Friday at such and such time? Yeah.
Do dudes still even do that anymore?
I mean, yeah.
Because I sometimes dudes are probably like, you want to go out?
Like, I hate that. You want to go out or where you want to go?
You want to go out?
Because if you ask me where I want to go, we're going to DePaul's.
Damn, I never even been to DePaul's. You do some shit out there.
Amazing.
See, look, you about to have everybody. You about to have motherfuckers looking at DePaul's and shit like that.
Y'all can do the roof. Y'all, listen, I love Roof Chris too because that's my go-to. But y'all can do the steak 48 and all that. But DePaul's, really fucking amazing.
Don't come on, man. You send all these niggas to DePaul's. You send all the niggas to DePaul's and shit. Now niggas about to be out there. They think it's a little spot. They see where it's at. Now they like, oh.
I'm just saying, but it's a nice gesture. Like, a girl will enjoy that if you plan the date.
So, say he plans the date. Upscale restaurant or whatever, would a female look at him like he's throwing money at you early?
It depends on how he approached it though. Like, if he be like, oh, let's go to dinner. Oh, let me take you out. I want to go to dinner. Okay, where are we going? Well, it's a few places I like. Right. Like, round off 3 places. Any of these places you heard of, you've been to, you might heard of these 3 places more than likely. Right. So you'll be like, oh, I really like that place. Oh, okay, we can go there. Now, if he approach it like on some, oh, where you want to go to dinner at? Oh, money's not an option. We can go any fucking where you want to go. Like, I got it. Now you just like, if it's the first date, now you're like, nigga, well, okay.
What if he, all right, so. Exactly. It's like he paying for it. Like, it's like, all right,
it's just like, you ain't got to do all it. Like, I'm not about to sit here.
Some chicks will say, "Oh, you gonna try to take me to Applebee's," and then it's like it's a problem.
I don't like Applebee's anymore. They mozzarella sticks is really good, and their drinks are good. But
what if that's all right? So what if that's all the guy could afford though? Like I'm saying, what if that's just what if that's
all
because
you
some guys
listen.
try to go above and beyond out their budget to try to impress a girl when sometimes they don't have to. But what if that's something
If
you want
that's
to do?
all you can afford, then that's all you can afford. I can't make.
But would you
go
look at
outside
him
of your
different
budget.
though?
No,
Chicks-
because I know what the fuck.
Some
I can
chicks
afford.
would though. Some chicks would base off where he took them.
That's perfectly fine. But if he's, I'm not saying upfront like he got to give his bank statement, like, or he got to give his pay stub. Like, this is all I make in a year, or his tax return.
Right.
Like, this is what all I make in a year. Like, I don't make that much, or whatever case may be. Like, if it's just like, oh, we going to Applebee's. Da, da. If it's your first date, I would say this: a first date is
What's a good first date? Give him some. Tell him what's a good first date.
Like, okay, I'm a goofy person, so I like games, and I'm a big ass kid. So you can take me to Dave and Buster's. We can go to Main Event. We can go bowling. We can go skating, ice skating, to amusement park.
Damn, she said ice skating.
We can go to the park and sit around.
Only time I ice skate is when it's the wintertime and I'm fucking outside.
I know that, but I'm saying if it's
when I'm falling on the ground when I'm fucking.
We can go to Paint with a Twist. We can go to dinner. We can go to drinks. We
Basically,
can go
be
to
different.
a pub. Be different.
Because I don't think dudes nowadays aren't different.
Think outside the box. Like every girl, of course, every girl wants to be taken to a 5-star restaurant. We want to be wine and dine, but there's other shit that we like to do as well.
See,
and if
that was a key statement right there. We want to be wine and dine, and all of that you just said, somebody will come right back to that one point. We want to be wine and dine, and dudes think, all right, I got to wine and dine him. I got to take him here.
No, that's because you're constantly doing. Listen, what you put out is what you get back.
Right.
I'm a very firm believer of that. So if you constantly putting out there that you have money, that you do this, if you constantly flaunting the shit that you have, if you constantly flaunting your materialistic shit, that's the type of females you attracting.
Right.
Attracting bitches that actually like that.
Right.
So at the end of the day, that's what you're gonna wind up with. So, but if you kind of doing different shit, if you look kind of creative, if you kind of present it a different way, if you present it like you kind of full of life,
Right.
then you'll get different reactions. You might still get the chick that's materialistic, but that won't be all you attract.
Right.
And so you won't have all your eggs in one basket. And you won't be missing out on opportunities because this is all you're showing me. Like, I need to see what else do you have to offer.
Right.
Besides just a Gucci belt or some Gucci shoes or your friend Gucci shoes or whatever the case may be. Like,
But right there, that's females are confusing nigga. They be like, oh, I want a nigga that's like this. You gotta have this. And then a dude will come along. He might not have all what they want, but he a good dude. You know what I'm saying? He asks to take you out, and they like, I don't know. I'm just not really. I just don't like him. Like a nigga could be not perfect, but a nigga could have everything a chick would want, and a chick be like, there's still something missing in him. Could that just be a trauma that they had in the past? Like
that could be
they waiting for the other shoe to drop?
That could be a lot of things. That can be a trauma that they had in the past, or it's just like a almost doesn't count type of thing.
Right.
Or it can be the simple fact is that you might think that everybody has a list. Whether they actually want to admit that they have a list.
How long are these lists?
They have a. I mean, it depends on your preferences, but everybody has a list of what they want and don't want, right? So if you see a guy that comes along and he has about 90% of your list, but he doesn't have that he doesn't have that 10%. Right. You thinking that it's like kind of the end of the world. Or if a guy sees a girl and she probably has all the things that he wants, but she's missing something, and it's just like that something will make them totally turned off. They don't even want to look the other way.
And with this list, is it tiers to this list? Like, it's a different tiers. Like this,
no, it's not
like,
tiers. It's like
this part of the list has to have this, and then everything else is like
no. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
What's the craziest thing you think you had in your list before you had your situation now? Let's put it that way. What was the?
I have a relationship. You guys.
I'm sorry. No disrespect. I'm just saying relationship. My bad. But
I didn't have anything crazy. I don't know why I've been thinking that. I'm just out here outrageous.
Listen, man,
I didn't have anything crazy because
you might have some. I don't know.
Because at a certain point, you have to grow from what you think that you want, and sometimes what you want is not what you really want, and you just thinking that it's better that way.
Sometimes you want is not what you really want.
Yes.
Make that make sense. Seriously, make sense of that one.
Like you'll be like, I mean, what can I say about it? I want a guy that. Oh, okay. I'll put it this way because it's kind of vague. This is kind of like big. You can just jump all over this. I want a guy that's completely honest.
But do you though? That's the question.
I just made sense. Did I just?
Yeah, but do
like sense, right? I just made sense of it because some fact is that you're saying I want a guy that's completely honest. Okay.
Chicks can't handle that though.
Okay.
Chicks can't handle when a nigga's completely honest.
He comes in the house and he tells you, "Yeah, I just fucked some shorty in the car."
Ain't no nigga doing that. Like what?
Hot. But if you want a nigga that's completely honest and that falls into your, sometimes you get what you ask for. You get what you're ex. You get exactly what you asked for, and he comes in the house and tells you that, and you just like,
that's
now
not
you
good.
mad. You're mad because he told you that, but you wanted a guy that's completely honest, and complete honesty comes with consequences as well as it comes with
a chick. But you know, a chick will say, "I want the complete honesty, but I don't want that type of honesty." So it's always a I want this, but I don't quite want it all the way.
And some people want a lot of things, but they don't think about what they actually need.
Right.
Because if you want all these things, but you don't provide none of this shit. You want a guy you want a guy that gives you complete honesty, but you leave out a lot of the fucking truth.
That's true.
You want a guy that makes 6 figures, you make 5.
Yeah. I mean,
you want a guy that's college graduated, you barely graduated high school.
And that's true. That goes back to the chicks be thinking they the full package, and sometimes they not the full package. That's the crazy part. People think when you say full package that a chick think, oh, I got more money than him, I don't need that nigga. Some niggas look at that like, that's cool, but I don't give a fuck about your money. Nor do I give a fuck about your looks, or nor do I give a fuck about all that dumb shit. Like, where your mental at?
Very much so. Like, are you remember what can I bring this up on this show?
What's that?
When Marcos
shout out Marcos.
He was like, when he asked me, I think he asked me like, am I emotionally
are you
ready?
Emotionally ready or something?
Emotionally ready,
right.
And I was answering questions just because it took me a minute to get to that point to say like I'm emotionally ready to offer this to somebody.
How did you know you was emotionally ready?
You feel it. It's a feeling that you have because the shit that you used to deal with, or the shit that you used to get down about, or the shit that used to bother you no longer bothers you.
Right.
And now you can step into a new season. So you closing that book, you open a new one.
Right. It's
not even a chapter you're closing. It's kind of like closing a book because now you need to start a new part of this series of you. So who are you now in this season?
Right.
And so to be with somebody, to want all these things out of somebody is like, what? That's why that whole conversation, what do you bring to the table? And guys be like, oh, females can't tell you what they bring to the table because all they bring is pussy or this, that, and third. And
that's
just
the type
like,
of chick that you going for.
That's the type of chick you going for that's only bringing you pussy. But you're not paying attention to the chick that's bringing you an extra table and setting you up with some chairs and putting plates on that table and making it, putting some decor on it, and making it look nice. You're not looking at that chick. You looking at the chick that's constantly like, well, they not telling you what they bring into the table. Because the chick that actually can bring something to the table, she doesn't have to admit that shit to you.
Yeah.
Because she's going to show you it.
She's going to show you.
She's going to prove that to you. The same way you should be able to prove that to her.
Right.
She shouldn't, if a chick comes to you and say, well, what you bringing to the table? I would walk away from her. Because bitch, mind your business. You're going to see what I bring to the table if you're worthy of sitting at the fucking table with me.
That goes back to having standards, fellas. Like you're allowed to walk away too and say no.
Very much.
But sometimes dudes don't do that. Dudes be like their ego gets hurt. I think a guy's ego gets hurt, and they want to make it like, all right, she just think shit like this. And instead of going the opposite way, they go the same way. Like, all right, she said I ain't got this. Watch I get this. Or now he feels like he has to show her that he can do this instead of saying, you know what, you're right, and go ahead about their business. Some niggas just can't do that.
But that's growth. Like, where are you?
Where are you in life? Are you still like playing little kid games, or are you maturing and now you want to go and really take care of shit?
For this episode for today, everybody's question is, what season are you in?
Yeah,
what phase are you in this season? Matter of fact, that's the question. What phase are you in this season with yourself?
Right.
So do you know actually what you want?
Yeah. People don't. People say a lot of shit, but don't really know what the fuck they be saying. Like they say a lot of shit and don't know what the fuck they be saying. It sound good. It sounded good, but are you really like what do you want to do? Like you healed yourself, but do you want to step back out there and start dating, or you want to just take a break from dating? Do you want to just focus on yourself still? Like, I think that's something hard. What would you? All right. So what would you tell a female who's been dealing with? Let's put it this way: the seasonal niggas. Let's put it that way: seasonal niggas, meaning they'll meet a dude, they'll be cool 1-2 months, and then that third month, shit just go the complete opposite way. But it's every time with a different nigga. What advice would you give her? Like, is it something you think it's something she doing, or what advice would you give her?
Definitely something she's doing.
Really?
It's definitely something. It might not even be something she's doing. It's something in her energy, in her vibe that's fucking this up somewhere. Mm-hmm. I would say that. I am not picking on you ladies, but this is serious.
All right.
If you constantly have a pattern of different niggas and you're getting the same end result,
it's you.
It's you.
It's you.
It's not like that's when
it's
not you. It's me. That's an actual. It's actually you, and you need to take a step back. I'm not telling you to be celibate. I'm not telling you to become a Mormon.
I'm gonna get back to the celibate thing in a second, but yeah,
I'm telling you to take a step back and see exactly what the problem is in your energy. Like, what's going on in your vibe that this is what you're giving off. Because it's like a scent. Just like, dogs and cats, smell a scent, have a scent. That's a scent that you're giving off that's making these niggas just like think it's okay to fuck around with you for 1 to 2 to 3 months.
And then just go ahead and just fall back. Now, probably somewhere along the line, you were letting him get away with something early, and he probably is like, all right, can a nigga, I'm gonna have to answer this from a nigga's perspective, but can you give a nigga too much space that'll make a nigga want to fall back?
Yeah. Like,
if you come
off too hot, too happy-go-lucky to be like, oh, well, I'm different from other girls, and I'm, you can do this, and then the third, like, you give him too much too fucking early if he has full potential to be something a long-term partner. Like, you giving him too much, like, let him see, like, who you are. And if he's willing to take it that far with you, he knows that already. Yeah. He'll know that.
He'll know that from the beginning.
He'll know that from the beginning if he want to play with you or not. And he's gonna, but niggas is just like kids. Like, niggas, females too, just like kids. Like, they're gonna test you to see what they can get away with. Right. Like, if you telling your kid, like, don't touch that,
and they touch it,
and like you can be that parent that be like, you'll hit them because they touched it, or you be that parent. See, I told your ass not to fucking touch it.
Exactly.
Now you gotta sit there and deal with whatever repercussions of whatever you touched. Right. Like I said, and then I might still hit you. But niggas will do that too. Niggas and females will test the waters a little bit with you to see how far you will let them go. Mm-hmm. But if you trying to be that, girl that's so different from what he used to before he showed you exactly what, the potential he has for you. Right. It's easy for him to manipulate him. Like, I mean,
from a guy's perspective, I would say yes. You ladies, if you dating a dude, this might sound weird, but niggas don't want to. If you start dating a dude early on and you just start giving this much space, some dudes look at it as, she must be dealing with a bunch of other niggas, so I got my time. She not really taking me too serious, so I'm gonna go ahead about my business. Cause a nigga don't want to have that much space. I mean, as much as dudes say that, like, give me my space. Like, if you dating somebody, you really feeling them, like, you really want to talk to him every day. Like, you don't want to talk to him in the morning and then you don't hear from him again until like late at night, or you don't hear it to him till the next day. Like, cause some chicks will say, nah, I'm not the drawing female. I don't want to give them, I don't want to do all that. No, sometimes, not for nothing, ladies. Sometimes you got to be that way. You got to be the drawing female, cause that'll draw the dude closer to you. Like, all right, she serious. Like, she know we gonna do this. Like, sometimes females have to apply pressure. They always want the guys to apply pressure, do this and that. No, ladies, sometimes you have to apply pressure on your end too. It's not always about, the guy, he not applying enough pressure, I ain't fucking with him. Maybe the guy's like, all right, you ain't applying pressure either. So it's two sides to the coin. It's heads and tails. So if you don't want to apply pressure either, but some chicks like, I'm this, I'm that. The funny part is, a chick be like, I'm an independent chick. I don't need a nigga for nothing. That's perfectly true. But if you want to act like you're independent and all of this, but then you also want to be the soft, you want the dude to come approach you, you want the dude to chase you. So basically you want this. You want the dude to come along, you want him to pay your bills. You want him to look this way, you want him to treat you this way. And what do you want to do? Like, how are you applying pressure the other way? And don't say pussy. Because that's not applying pressure the other way. That's just giving him something. Like, some dudes want to be pressure applied the other way. Like, how are you mentally applying pressure to that nigga? Like, make that nigga think like, damn, like, she got a plan. She know what she want to do. She ain't just using me for money. She ain't just, this and that. Like, dudes' heads be fucked up too, especially in this city. Niggas' heads be fucked up. They always hear, niggas ain't shit. Chicks ain't shit. Everybody ain't shit. But y'all keep having babies with ain't shit niggas.
Child,
That's the crazy part.
it's the generation.
That's it must be a generational thing. Stop trying to live.
makes sense.
Stop trying to keep up. Yeah, it makes sense of that. Stop trying to keep up with the Joneses. Trying to keep up with the internet. The internet is the new Joneses. Everybody want this. They want to have this type of relationship. They want to. Oh, this person did this, so we got to do this now. Oh, this person just went out of town, so you got to take me here. You don't know what half the backstory was that. Oh, how she out of town every other weekend. You don't know that she probably living somewhere at home, not paying a bill. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what. Everybody makes everything look good on Instagram and social media in general, and I think that's part of the problem. They see. You know how crazy it is that it's chicks out here that looks up to rappers' baby mamas. Make sense of that. Seriously. Make sense of that. How are you, you're at home, you living in pride. You looking up to not even looking up to, you going to the clubs of these people that are touring. They're making money off of you because they were a baby mama of a rapper. And they don't really probably give a fuck about you. They making their money. They doing their Fashion Nova deals. They doing all that good stuff. But y'all looking up to that. That's you're looking up to. But meanwhile, you got people in your family that's been married for years. You got an aunt here that's been married for years. You got a mom here that's a doctor. All this other shit. You don't want to look up to that. That's cool. That's cool. But you want to look up to this. Not saying the shit at home is cool either, because it be regular shit. That's why when this shit with the baby and Danny, what's her name?
Yeah,
Danny. What's her last name? Lee. Yeah. When they had that situation, everybody on their situation. But whole time, y'all, that shit go on every day. They just it's in public, and not only do it go on every day, it goes on with motherfuckers that was probably commenting on the post. Oh, I couldn't if that was me on live, I would have did this and this. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't, because the nigga was he burnt you 2 weeks ago, and you right back with that nigga. Like, come on, we not gonna do that.
I mean, but everybody wants an outlet.
Everybody wants a break from reality too.
Everybody wants a break from reality, so I can't knock you. If you looking up to a celebrity, whether they're a baby mom, singer, actress, used to be something, whatever the case may be, whatever gives you a break from your. Some people look up to these people because it gives them a break from their reality. Right.
But they also should look up to their hustle. I mean, if they're going to look up to anything, look up to how they're hustling, how they flip that. I was this person and flipped it to something.
But some people live for drama as well, so they don't really care about what they're doing as a hustle. Right. Just like I said, like people would sell these like entrepreneurships and you need to do this, and I don't know why y'all sitting at home and y'all ass like I'm getting to a bag. Some people like having a 9 to 5. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Some people like having the steadiness of their job, and some people are natural born hustlers and entrepreneurs. Some people are natural born hustlers, but they're not meant to be an entrepreneur. Exactly. And people don't understand that. Because you've seen this motherfucker hustling and they constantly got something new going on. That doesn't mean that they're meant to be an entrepreneur and have a legitimate business and they gonna make it far. Thank you. Because they're constantly jumping from one thing to another. So it doesn't mean that they're meant to be in something stable where it's one thing that they have to work on and build from that. Right. They're probably just meant to they're probably meant to have their hands in 10 different pots because that's how they function in life. Right. And then there are people that are meant to have that one thing and they branch out from that. And then there are people that are meant to have a 9 to 5. Mm-hmm. Just the same way there are people that can go to college and find a career in that. People that go to college don't find a career in that. People that go to college get a degree in something and they're not working in it now because they realize that wasn't what they wanted to do. And it's not what they're happy at. Right. Now, so it's just like life in general is not.
You can't tell somebody how to live their life. Like if somebody can have a 9 to 5 and they can make it $250,000 a year, people don't look at that. Very much so. Like and just people see 9 to 5 and they automatically think, oh, you got a boss, you gotta tell you what to do. Some people they don't mind that. Listen, they get a nice check, they $250, like they living in a nice house. Mm-hmm. Like not for nothing, these lawyers are 9 to 5s. Honestly, they work for people. I mean, they are. They work for you. They work for you.
Then they live their life how they want to live their life. Yeah. So it's never anything wrong with that. It's just like, don't let anybody tell you what you can and cannot to do, want to do with your life. It's simple as that. It's just because everybody's walking a different path and y'all more than likely not going to cross paths on the same way to the fucking destination. Your destination is very much different.
Everybody has an opinion and it doesn't mean that their opinion is right. That's part of the problem. Somebody they'll follow a motivational page. It'll be 5 different variations of motivation. But it'll be 5 different, oh, you got to be an entrepreneur to do this. And the other person will say, well, why you can be a 9 to 5 person. Don't be that. Like, you can live your life how you want to live it. Because if you start letting people form your life, like if people start hearing, like if a lot of people get in your ear it can really fuck you up.
Very much
Like
so.
you thought you was on the right path. You see somebody doing something, you like, damn, I should have did it that way. Or you see somebody do something that you've been working on for years. It could, prime example, you could be doing hair, and you see, damn, I know I do hair better than that person. Why is that person doing better than me? But you're not realizing you got professionalism, you got a steady clientele. You know you do shit the right way. That person might only be getting bookings because they're famous or they're popular, and people just want to go there because that person did Milano's hair or that person did such and such makeup. Oh, I want to go to them, and then you go to them and they treat you like you ain't shit.
And I know a lot of y'all ladies deal with that. I know it for fucking
And they
sure.
treat you like,
I'm gonna mind my business because
no, listen,
sis, if you want to get your lace done by shorty,
yeah. And they be unprofessional. Like they'll show up there.
but when she calling you, when she sends you that long ass 6-page contract that you gotta come wash, blow dry, braid it down, and when you
And
get
all
there,
that.
don't talk to her, don't breathe, keep your opinions to yourself. You gotta take pictures, make sure your makeup done, make sure you have lashes on.
All of that.
All that shit. When she telling you that your card will still get charged if you can't make your fucking appointment
Right.
because she's saying that you're wasting her time. If your deposit is $600.
Yeah,
And none of that goes
Listen.
towards your service, and it's non-refundable unless she has to cancel. That's a problem. If you get
Sound like this happened before.
if you get to the salon or you get to her house, her studio, whatever the case may be, your appointment is at 1:00, and she
ain't
didn't
there till
tell you,
1:30?
and she didn't tell you that her appointment before you ran long, and you got to sit there until 1:30 or 2:00. Sis, you have a fucking problem. You need to move.
listen, some of them, listen, people
But
think,
like I said, I'm on my business.
people think you gotta have the glamorous everything. Like you listen, like I don't get it. I don't get it. You don't have to. You can do the same thing like we doing with the podcast right now. You can do the same thing. You can do the shit in your house. You do the shit whatever the fuck you want to do. You don't have to have the big the $500 production and all this shit. All this shit going in the same place with the same audio and the same video. That shit don't mean a fucking thing. That shit don't mean a
the
fucking
same
thing.
motherfucker listening
Yeah.
to it, whether it's on the
This
iPad
person,
or
this person
in
is
the fucking
this person
car.
is a better photographer. He has a studio. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Y'all must don't know my man, Mr. All Angles over here. He don't even listen. He don't care about none of that. You got his bread. He'll make your shit. Listen, he make a dog turn into a cat. Listen, don't fucking play with him.
He not a magician, y'all. He not a magician.
He can make magic happen.
Don't be writing him and asking him for some extreme shit. And you know damn well
He
they
put some
don't even
10 on that.
sound
He
right.
put some 10 on some of y'all pictures. Shit. Let me ask you this question:
I cannot.
why do women think having a baby will make a man stay?
I don't fucking know. I ain't got no kids. I don't know.
Why
I don't know what he told you, sis. I don't know what you thought was gonna happen. Either he got other baby moms and maybe he treat those kids nicely, or I don't know. But have a baby when you ready to have a baby, and make sure that the guy you're having a baby with
It's who you want to have the baby
is who
with.
you really want to have the baby with. Like, don't think about the moment when you get pregnant. Think about why you're pregnant. Think about after you drop that motherfucking baby. Think about when it's time to put the baby in daycare, when it's time to put the baby in school, when it's the baby's sick. Like, think about those things.
Right.
Don't think about just the fucking maternity pictures and the baby showers and all your friends being excited that you having a baby. Fuck them.
And let me say this. Let me tell y'all females something real quick. You knew this nigga wasn't shit. You knew you didn't want to have a baby with him before. So why did you decide to have a second baby?
I can't say that. I'm gonna disagree.
Why, all right, why do you disagree?
I'm
Why
gonna
do you
disagree with that.
Somewhere along the lines, it was a sign that this nigga wasn't shit.
Because I'm
go
not
ahead,
gonna
go ahead.
pinpoint names at all. I know a few niggas that
Changed
were
once they had a baby.
they were changed once they had a baby. They didn't show signs of that beforehand. They
the baby
changed
came
once they
along?
had babies. Well, I don't understand, niggas. I have a problem with this. When she gets pregnant,
Oh, shit.
before she got pregnant, y'all was dating, y'all was doing everything, y'all was together, y'all was happy, you know, all that shit, rah rah. Then she got pregnant. You happy about her getting pregnant. Now she's pregnant. Shit start to shift.
You know why?
Now you know. Now you going out more for some odd reason. Nigga, you wasn't getting sections before this fucking pregnancy. Now all of a sudden you getting sections. You want to take trips. You want to do all this shit. Then when I drop the fucking baby, now I'm at home with the baby all day, and you out living your best life. No, fuck no. Listen to this. When that pregnancy test showed them lines and say,
Y'all knew what
pregnant,
y'all was doing.
We are pregnant.
Yeah, you knew
so
what the fuck you was
regardless of
doing.
me carrying this motherfucking nigga, if I ain't going out, you ain't about to start party popping and pussy popping with these bitches while I'm at home carrying your child.
Some dudes don't know how to. They
It's-
don't
it's
know how
not
to.
happening.
You gotta when you have a trust me, I know. Like when you have a kid, like some dudes are gonna go the complete opposite. I went to I was super emotional, everything. Like I can't be without the fucking kid. Like so, so like listen, that shit.
You guys means the one in a million.
That's just supposed to change you for the fucking better. Like if it's not changing you for the better, you like I don't get it. It's the second time around, but it be the females that had the second baby. Like oh he said he was sorry, he made up with you, he took you out the country. Now y'all come back with a baby, and now you got 2 babies. And now you, like I said, the nigga didn't take care of the first one, so now the second one come along. You can't just can't be complaining. You can't the second time around. You can't complain. That's all I'm saying.
That's when I started saying I can't support your habit.
Yeah, now it's a habit.
Now it's a habit. Like if you got 3 or 4 babies, just don't invite me to that 3rd baby shower unless you having a different sex. I'm not coming. I'm not supporting your habit.
You get to the 3rd baby shower, you like.
If you got 2 boys and your 3rd baby shower is a girl, I'm coming. 2 girls and your 3rd baby shower is a boy, I'm coming. 3 boys, I am not coming because it is a habit now. Now, if your baby father is not shit to the first one, there is no reason why you should have a second one. You should automatically birth control or something.
How about you don't sleep with that nigga? How about that?
I mean that too, but that's easier said than done because
go around everything.
Because everybody will sit because girls will be like, you know, they got history. It's very hard to separate.
Listen, black people got history. That don't mean they want to repeat the shit.
I don't really know everybody's storyline. I don't know what your history is, what your past is, what your it is a storyline. It's a story. Everybody got a storyline, regardless if it was recorded or not. You got a storyline, right?
Not the storyline.
So if you knew from the first baby, if you went through turmoil when you were pregnant, if you went through turmoil during the delivery, if you went through turmoil at the baby shower, because half of y'all wind up pregnant and then y'all be at the baby shower by yourself.
I'm crying.
Or y'all wind up pregnant, y'all be at the reveal by yourself. Or y'all wind up
That's
pregnant.
Weird.
And y'all don't want to show the baby father. Like, are you ashamed? Or you just, I mean, you know, you can keep your business to yourself.
I don't know. Man.
Keep your business to yourself. If you don't want to show that nigga, you don't want to show that nigga. That's perfectly fine. But, just like, don't give advice you can't take.
Yeah, I want to get to this. I want to get this topic before we get done.
Hey.
Side chick versus side relationship. We get right to get right to it because I feel like the parameters of the side chick and versus a side relationship had changed nowadays. Because back in the day, a side chick was just, you know, they were pretty much just fucking and he was getting money, and that was kind of it. Nowadays niggas confuse a side chick with a side relationship. Like a side relationship, like feelings get involved. Mm-hmm. Like how you was dealing with this chick and your feelings got involved, like pretty much to the point that they get some or the same benefits as the main chick. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty much a full on side relationship. Like if you in a side relationship. All right. First of all, this whole topic is just fucking messy, because a side relationship that's when a nigga try to take a chick out and he gotta dip off to another state or dip off to a whole another part of another part of the state. Mm-hmm. Because in a side relationship, a chick will say, "Oh, I want to go to a fancy restaurant." They might want to go to the Paws. They might want to go to the Paws. And the nigga was locations. Like, yeah, like.
Oh, we're going to the Paws? All right, it's one in Virginia.
Yeah, not. Damn.
It's one in Virginia.
Yeah, they went to DC for the weekend. Damn, not in Virginia.
Let's take a little weekend trip.
Like, can you be a side chick with morals? Like, is that a thing?
A side chick with morals?
Like, is that like a contradicting thing right there?
Yeah.
Because the side chick will look at it like, all right, well, I'm putting my I ain't got to answer nobody. I can do what I want.
You can't be a side chick with morals. Like if you a
they're not gonna like that one.
If you a side chick,
like that one.
Listen, if you a side chick or whatever case to me, so you're automatically, when you say you're a side chick, you're automatically agreeing that you know that this man has a relationship.
You sign that contract.
So you're acknowledging it. So even if you say at the end of the day, like, well, I don't owe her anything, I don't know her, that's perfectly fine. But when you're in those shoes, to when you really love your man and you really rocking with your partner, and you find out that he had somebody on the side, like, how does that make you feel at the end of the day? Do you just say, like, well, she don't owe me anything, it's him? That is perfectly true. Like, your nigga knows at the end of the day you're in a relationship. He owes you the loyalty, not her. And that whole girl code thing, I mean, we can all go there and everything like that, but let's all be honest. Half the bitches in the world don't follow that. You're just gonna go by. Why would you want to put yourself in those shoes to know that eventually you're gonna be in a relationship with somebody that you really want to be with? Mm-hmm. And if they did some shit like that to you, how would you feel? Would you look at that girl and then see yourself months ago or years ago when you was a side chick? Like, I'm not understanding. Regardless of what this nigga is offering you, if he's offering you the same house as her, like, is y'all Muslim? Are you married to him? Is he offering you the same thing he offered his first, second, and third wife or his first wife? If not, then y'all just in a relationship and y'all not doing anything, or y'all not even in a relationship. Y'all just fucking. And he might pay for dinner here and there, or he might be over Netflix and chilling, or he might feed the dog when you ain't there or some shit like that.
Not to feed the dog.
Or he got a few pairs of drawers that he left. He got a sock somewhere or whatever the case may be. Like,
die with the sock.
Is it
He die with the
like
sock.
what are we doing?
Hey,
like
yo.
I'm not understanding. Like it's just like just put yourself in that predicament.
You can't be a side chick with morals, is what you're saying.
No,
because some chicks will say,
you,
listen, I understand, but some females,
what morals
I don't
can
know.
you have?
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. Like I don't know.
Can you be a side?
You can't
nigga,
have morals.
Can you be a side nigga with morals?
Every moral is different.
Yeah, moral. I guess morals can be different.
What moral is
Can
it
you be a
different?
side nigga with morals? See, most niggas don't really want to be side niggas because they know how niggas get, and they don't want to even.
What nigga you heard of? Niggas love being side niggas.
Some.
What? They enjoy it.
Some, not all, because niggas don't want that pressure, not knowing that a niggas get crazy nowadays. Niggas don't want to fucking kill you.
Only if she ugly.
Yeah. Only if she ugly.
Only if she ugly and I don't.
Yeah, you don't want it.
Hey yo.
Yeah, like if you just want to smash and you go ahead about your business.
But then that comes into a problem where it becomes a side relationship.
True.
Because
It's a lot of side relationships out here.
if she's ugly, then you'll be okay with being a side nigga because I don't really give a fuck. Like,
because you don't want. You got
it
to
is.
stay in the house.
We ain't going outside. Like you better order these fucking pizza and wings and watch
That'd be the
show
problem. It'd be the side chicks that be ugly and niggas want to be taking them out.
But then you get the side relationship. Then we're gonna flip this and we will go to the guys.
Oh shit, go ahead.
When you get into a side relationship because you thought that shorty
was everything that you wanted. You thought she was.
But she's somebody else's.
You thought she was. Yeah.
But she's not leaving that somebody else for you. So now what do you do?
Now that nigga all emotional. That nigga all because niggas
Now
get
you in your
emotional
feelings.
too.
Now you in your
Niggas
feelings.
definitely
Now you
get
in
their
your feelings
feelings.
and you want to do a pop up. Now you threatening to tell the nigga because she don't want to be with you.
Yeah, that whole threatening to tell shit like that shit's corny to me because you knew what it was when you knew what it was. Like what?
I don't care. Do it.
I don't care, do it. Nah, shit. He said you fuck him up. You say I don't care, do it.
If she really mean it and say I don't care, do it. Yeah, whatever you do is not gonna get anywhere.
Yeah, true.
That means whatever you say is not gonna
Exactly.
get. That means that she knows that nigga so fucking well. Whatever you say is going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere but your mouth into the air.
Right. Because if like you say, if the chick say go ahead and do it, that means she know that nigga don't give a fuck. That nigga ain't about that life. He's like, I'm just not, he know he dating a whore. He just know he dating. Some niggas just know they dating a whore.
Or he actually, or she lives it so well that he trusts her completely. There's no inkling that she's actually out here doing anything.
I mean, yeah, it could be that too. Some chicks is crafty. They have a whole side relationship for 10 plus years and you wouldn't even fucking know it.
Y'all never met, Shirley and
He died with
and
the Shirley.
Shirley and Barbara is a song. I'm just saying, she would women. Listen, she was having an affair with a man for a long fucking time, and the wife, she didn't know.
But some chicks will go halfway. They won't go all the way. Like
they very much so. Now once you start having kids and shit, that's when it becomes weird.
No, that's like
it becomes.
And another for you niggas that leave y'all fucking chick for the side chick. I wish y'all nothing but badness because you know what type of karma that shit is. Like if you leave your chick for the chick that you was fuck, I wouldn't even trust her honestly. Like I wouldn't trust the side chick that you left your girl for because she's seen what you did, so she already know how you play. So you automatically go into that relationship. She's already insecure, which is weird because she brought you like over with her. So how she insecure when you knew what she was doing?
I mean, yeah.
And then the chick that it's funny because the chick will, the dude will be with the side chick or get with the side chick. They'll be together, but the side chick's still worried about his ex. What sense does that mean? You wasn't worried about him when you was fucking the thing on the side,
or not even that. The guy will be worried that he getting cheated on. It's just like,
yeah. Now you insecure. How you the insecure one now?
Irony of that, my good friend.
How does that even make sense?
I'm just saying.
Make that make sense.
But
how are you the like seriously? Like how was you the insecure one when you did what you just did?
But it's just like like karma is a bitch you don't want to mess with. I'm just saying that.
You got it. Listen.
You always, sometimes karma doesn't hit you right away. It doesn't hit everybody. Sometimes it does. It hits kids. Sometimes it hits you in a different way.
People don't think about that. People think, karma's not going to happen to me. Like you said, sometimes the karma is not always about what happens to you. Sometimes it's about what happens to the people around you. Like, damn, this just happened.
And then you got them few instances where it's just like, maybe you just pulled out that, you were the lucky motherfucker that picked that straw. where you made it with your side chick or your side nigga, and that was better than the relationship you was in.
Yeah.
But that's a story that's not written too often.
Some situations you just can't make sense of.
But it's it is what it is. They living their best life. It wasn't meant for you to be with them. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Totally fine.
to each his own, man. But damn, like that,
Y'all be safe out here.
Exactly, man. Listen, man.
Listen. CYA, cover your ass.
CYA, cover your ass. That's a different one. That is definitely a different one, man. But listen, we definitely that flew past. Dang, that flew past. We set the standard pretty high right there. That was a fast hour right there. That shit flew past right there.
Listen, definitely.
Listen, man. Sometimes, when the chemistry there and we just start flowing with the conversation, it be like that. But listen, man. Common sense ain't always too common, as we would say. So you need a lot more sense in the world. We appreciate y'all for listening to our very first episode. You know what I'm saying? So definitely check us out. Follow us. Let's Make Sense of It podcast. And on that note, it's the boy Vance.
I'm Ish.
Holla at y'all.
Boy.